Back to school sale is starting, so now it's the best time to buy a gaming laptop. In this video we're gonna take a look at the HP Victus gaming laptop that sells for $500. Hit the like button and let's start. I picked it up from the store. It goes in this simple grey box. The box needs a handle, I almost dropped it in the store. In the box we have a paperwork, the laptop itself, a 150 watts power brick and a cord. Everything is very simple, that's good. The laptop feels solid, the case is made of high quality plastic in the matte finish with the Victus logo on top in a glossy finish. All ventilation openings are located on the bottom and back of the case. Laptop also has a thick rubber legs. Let's give it a one hand test. I can feel the tension, but it is still passing. I like the simple design here. The laptop has no fancy curves and looks more like an office laptop. The port configuration is great. On the left side it has a power port, USB, audio jack and even SD card reader. And on the right side it has a HDMI, USB, Ethernet and Type-C port. Okay, let's power this up and go through a Windows 11 setup. I noticed right away that the touchpad is good quality. Usually you don't see this on budget gaming laptops. The keyboard is also good with a basic white backlight. Of course the laptop has a camera and a speaker. Those are okay quality, good enough for meetings but nothing outstanding. We have 1080p IPS display with a 144Hz frequency, which looks very smooth and responsive. Good colors and viewing angle. Brightness range is simple but good enough for most use cases. Let's go through the specs quickly. It has a Ryzen 5 7535HS, which is a 6-core 12-thread CPU with a max boost to 4.5 GHz, and it also has Radeon 660M graphics. For the RAM we have 8GB of 4800 MHz frequency DDR5. For storage it has 500GB of SSD storage, which is scoring pretty good results. And for GPU we have RTX 2050. Of course the laptop is also equipped with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I went through all system and driver updates, so let's check gaming performance now. I'm testing in default mode with the charger connected, and in 3D Mark laptop scored over 4000 points, really good for $500 laptop. Let's jump into online games. CSGO with high graphics settings, getting over 120 FPS most of the time, with great frame time. In Apex Legends with high settings I see 60-70 FPS, but with competitive settings getting over 100 FPS most of the time, with drops to 80 in loaded scenes. In Warzone 2.0 getting 55-60 FPS with low graphics. The game runs pretty well, and with some more tweaks in the settings you can get even better FPS. Let's check single player games. Elden Ring with high settings preset runs great, getting 45-55 FPS range. The GPU temperature looks good, it's staying under 75 degrees pretty much all time. Another good game to check is Cyberpunk. Native 1080p, medium preset, and I'm seeing 46 average FPS in the benchmark, which is pretty playable, but this RTX 2050 supports DLSS, so the same medium settings, but with DLSS in balanced mode, getting 67 average FPS with not much visible graphics loss. DLSS is a good advantage over the GTX 1650 laptops. I noticed that the stats were not showing CPU temperature, so I ran it again, and with a decent load, CPU temp staying under 90 degrees and it is still somewhat boosting to 4.2 GHz. Speaking of fans noise, in games it does sound like it's gonna take off, so it's only left to play with a headset. When playing on battery power you'll get a limited performance but still a playable experience. For example, in Elden Ring with high preset I'm getting 30 FPS. So overall this laptop is definitely bang for the buck. It can cover both office and gaming needs pretty decently. And if you are looking to buy a budget gaming laptop for school or a gaming setup, I'm sure that's the best choice right now. Don't forget to like this video, that does help with the algorithm and inspires me to create more content for you. Thank you and I see you in the next videos.